I'm Veronica and welcome to Jersey City Pilates. Today we're going to go over a couple of modifications for plank positions, push-ups, and generally if you just have sensitive knees. So the first thing we'll start with is if you have sensitive knees. So in any position where you're in all fours, you're in a kneeling plank, anything like that, it's very simple. All you need to do is take a towel, fold it over a bit, and then you'll just place it on the floor where your knees go, come into your position, and leave your knees on the towel. You can also use this in an upright kneeling position as well, and it'll give your knees a lot more cushioning. Another option, if you don't have the towel, is just to fold your mat in half and then kneel on it like this. You can fold it, in whatever way makes sense for you at the time. So next up is planks. So if you have tender wrists or you're working up your core strength and you're not comfortable being in a full plank and you're not ready for that yet, you have two options. One of them, especially if you have sensitive wrists or elbows, you're going to come into a forearm plank. And to do that, you're just going to start in an all fours position, and then you're going to lower one arm at a time, making a little triangle in front of you. Your elbows are still going to be right under your shoulders, and then you're going to extend one leg back behind you at a time. From here, you'll notice that my butt is a little bit lifted in the air, and what you want to do is send your chest forward over your arms, drawing your ribs towards your hips, opening up through the back of the legs, and thinking there's opposition between the crown of your head and your heels. Lift your chest slightly here, and you'll find yourself in a nice, very supported, but still working very hard, forearm plank position. Your next option for a plank, if you feel comfortable being on your hands, with your hands right underneath your shoulders, you're going to let your knees come back behind you a little bit. You can press your feet into the mat, and then you're just going to send your hips forward by drawing your hips towards your ribs, and then lengthen your chest and your neck in line in front of you. Your other options here are to lift your feet up, and that will engage through the backs of your legs and your glutes. But my personal preference is to get the little bit of extra support by pressing into the tops of my feet on the floor. Next up is your push-up variation. So it's hard to do a push-up on your forearms, but you can absolutely do push-ups on your knees. So you're going to come into that same position, hands right underneath your shoulders. You're going to bring one leg back and then the other leg back to meet it. And here, same thing, send your weight forward slightly, and then feel the opposition from the crown of your head to your heels. And then you're just going to drop your knees down right in place. Pressing your feet into the mat, I especially like this for push-ups. Draw your ribs towards your hips, lengthen your spine. Crown of your head is drawing away from your tailbone. And then you're just going to bend your elbows near your ribs, nice and slowly, lowering all the way down to the floor. And then as you exhale, press up through your whole hand, extend your arms. Think about bending your elbows back behind you, and then pressing through the whole arm in the back, lifting the spine, pausing at the top. And the reason in Pilates why you keep your triceps nice and close to your body is to stay in that tight, little connected position, and so you can move with all of the core strength that you have. Thanks, I hope this helps.